And out of this, beneath the sunny streets of Los Angeles, there's a growing threat that's putting 24 million people across Southern California on earthquake alert. Fault lines are showing the highest stress levels in history, and north of Los Angeles, the San Andreas meets the San Jacinto, setting the stage for a magnitude 7 quake or larger. The region is overdue for a release of distress, but is the Golden State ready for the big one? I'm joined now by John Vidale. He's the Dean's Professor of Earth Sciences at USC and a former member of the National Earthquake Prediction Evaluation Council. Great to see you, sir. Thank you so much for being here. So we know that there's stress on fault lines all the time. Does that mean that there is a quake imminent because it's worse at this point?
Well, it means the danger might be a little higher than we thought. It's really a long-term study, though, that we've been reading this week. They looked at the history of the earthquakes for the last 1,000 or 2,000 years, and indeed the stress is high on the San Andreas near Los Angeles, but that means that the odds are maybe higher than we thought for the next 50 or 100 years. So it doesn't really translate to high risk this particular year.
So what should people do to prepare for this? I mean, of course, during the 1994 Northridge quake, there were over 9,000 injuries when Los Angeles was hit with that earthquake. If we know that this is possible, what should governments be doing, or just everyday people, just in case this happens?
Well, we have the government constantly trying to prepare, make sure the highways are reinforced, the buildings are inspected and fixed if they need to be. The individual people would benefit from having supplies, some water, some food, plans for how to gather after an earthquake from schools and work. So there's a lot of preparation. It's hard to make plans that you can keep for decades. So we really need to have people have this in mind and just be ready.
Of course, California is in the ring of fire. Do we need to worry about tsunamis if there were to be a big earthquake in Los Angeles?
There's a small chance. I mean, there could be big waves coming down the coast, but it's much more dangerous up in the Pacific Northwest or on Hawaii or Alaska, because that's where the big earthquakes will hit the hardest. We mostly have to look out for the strong shaking. And, we saw in Venezuela just a couple of weeks ago and Turkey a couple of years ago, that when these earthquakes go right through town, even the U.S. isn't as prepared as we should be. They can be quite deadly.
So if people are looking to, as we were talking about, be more prepared, you study this, as you said, it's a long-term study. It's not like we can predict it can happen in the next minute. But do you have technology now and in the work that you do that could give you some kind of idea of when this may occur? Or is it just kind of the pressure's there, the stress is there, be ready for something to happen?
Well, we have the tools to give a few seconds of warning. We have the earthquake early warning system that's working now, and we'll be tuning it up so it works better over the coming years. And we might have 20 seconds of warning, and that can actually cut out about half of the injuries, and keep hoping to find indications that would tell us, days and weeks of higher danger. But so far, the main indication of danger is when we've had a big earthquake, then we can have aftershocks. So it's very dangerous right after a big earthquake. But we don't have any indication of earthquakes coming in the next minutes or even days. We just can't work on that short a term for prediction.
Yeah, well, I'm from the West, and we always worried about the Yellowstone, the big one there. So you can't always control what the Earth is doing, especially below the surface. But John Vidale, we appreciate your expertise in telling us all about this, and hopefully everything will be just fine. Great to see you.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.